Good morning, good people. One more day, we're at it again. What is that song from Les Miserables? One day more. Okay, good morning, what not a bevy. Hanging on by our fingertips. How are things in Fort Jacks? Will Diana be here today? What about Matticus von Atticus? And others who could be here as well. Okay, so here we are. It is Tuesday, December 10th. December 10th, 2024. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Here we are in wonderful Pahrump, or Pahrumpertucky, you choose. But that's where we are, east of Death Valley and west of Sin City, up in the mountains in Area 51 territory. Why am I going into this? Because 100 years from now, when people are watching this, when my descendants are watching this, to see what life was like in 2024, knowing what Pahrump is like, where it is, etc., could be of trivial pursuit. Okay, anyway, here we are. Our goal is to help our students and other people on their journey through this transcendent life. And the key words are help, or the key word is help. We do not do the work. Hey, Matticus von Atticus. He's here. Tell us about your flat tire. What was that all about? Anyway, so Matt has returned. I'm very happy about that. Good. The tire has a hole. Yes, that's usually why they're flat. They have a hole. But anyway, I'm going to go on as you tell us what happened. So we're here to help our students and other interested people on their journey through this life. It's your journey. You have to do the work. We just provide support, tips, tools on how to best proceed on your journey through this life. This once-in-a-lifetime life, where we got to play the cards we're dealt. There's no point complaining about it. It's not going to help, as we learned from Seth Godin yesterday. So, what is our meme of today? Well, our meme is very simple. It's about neurotransmitters. What? Yeah, so this is actually day 2 in week 2 of our neuroscience approach to success. Right you are. So it's day 2 of week 2, inside our skull-sized kingdom. Why do we call it that? Because, and that could be in today's Simon Sinek TED Talk. In our skull-sized kingdom, we think the world revolves around us. Or it might be Blaine Elkers. We think the world revolves around us, our perceptions. We are at the center of everything. Things happen to me. Okay. If you say, if you tell me, go to this place, go to the store, I start with from where I am. Is it cold? Are you hungry? Based upon me. Okay, so this is inside my skull-sized kingdom. And remember, our goal is to help people answer 2 questions. Who am I, and why do I behave the way I do? Inside my skull-sized kingdom, we really get to who I am. Yesterday was, I am my connectome. What? What's that? What's the connectome? Probably not coming today, as I have had a rough night. Okay, I thought you were going to be working out with the Navy SEAL this week, and you were coming after that. So you're coming right away. Okay, cool. Baboomba. Once again, that phrase baboomba pops up. Okay, so Who am I? Why do I behave the way I do? This week, we really get into the who am I. And yesterday, we learned connectome, connections in my brain. What is stored in the connections in my brain? My lived past, my anticipated future, my ability to simulate my personality, all of those things are stored in my brain as opposed to somewhere in the sky. They're in my brain. How do we know they're in our brain? Because if we damage our brain, those things get affected. Whereas if they were detached from me, if it was out there somewhere and I could just get it in, I had a transmitter, the information was out there. Brain damage shouldn't necessarily change that, or a stroke or whatever. If they were somewhere else in my body, like my hand or my heart or my liver, things like that, if I had a heart transplant, I'd become a different person, or a liver transplant, etc. So we know it's in our head because if we damage our head, those things are affected. So all of that stuff is stored in our brain. That's what we learned yesterday. I am my connectome. The connectome is the number of neurons times the number of connections on them, the number of, say, synapses, where two neurons almost touch. The synapse is the gap between neurons. So how many neurons? So we have about, 86 billion neurons and about 10,000 connections on each one. Good morning, Maria. Matt Maticus von Atticus is on the call. Yesterday I heard from Charlene. She's in Ely. Anywho, so yesterday was the connectome. Today is neurotransmitters. So our live past, our memories, say, our live past, our ability to simulate, imagination, all of those things are stored in our brain. Where do our feelings come from? Well, it turns out, today's TED Talk, it turns out that our feelings, our emotions are all chemically induced. It just doesn't matter, right? So our feelings are chemically induced by chemicals, naturally. So if it's in your brain, neurotransmitter, hormone could be created somewhere, but it goes in your body. So we produce chemicals that when they're released, it changes how we feel. Simon Sinek talks about 5. 4 that make you feel good. He says they account for about 90% of all of our feelings of happiness, and there's 1 that does not. But these 5 chemicals, neurotransmitters, cause most of our feelings. So 2 of them he calls the selfish ones because we don't need anybody's help to create them. That's endorphins and dopamine. Endorphins are released to reduce pain. So when you're working out, you're exercising, all of a sudden you feel good after about 10 minutes. That is endorphins, number 1. Number 2, the second one is, or also when you laugh, because when you're laughing, you're convulsing muscles, and everybody's had the experience of saying, stop, stop, it hurts, because we're depleting the supply of endorphins in our brain. Another one is dopamine. You don't need anybody's help to release dopamine. And it looks like people who have addictive behaviors release more dopamine than other people. It's just that it's targeted on something that generally is not good. So instead of releasing dopamine to get you to play the piano for long periods of time, they do it the other way, on bad stuff. So those are the selfish ones, endorphins and dopamine. Then you have 2 more that are positive, serotonin and oxytocin. So he says serotonin is like the pride one, the thing that you get when you want to show off your status. He says that's why they put the labels on the outside. It's why people buy Ferraris and cars like that. Serotonin, tattoos. You feel special. And then there's oxytocin, which he calls I think the cuddle hormone, the ones that's the puppy dogs and rainbows. It's the one we get when we hug people, when we have compassion for people, or they have compassion for us. And then the negative one is cortisol. Okay? So first, our thing this week is to learn about the chemicals, what they are, what they do, and then how to release them. And you release them by doing things. So you want to release endorphins, go to the gym, go work out, go for a walk, go for a run, do push-ups, do squats, do whatever. Physical exercise. After about 10 minutes, you'll start feeling good. Go to the gym. Okay. Dopamine you can get by creating a list of to-do items or eating a piece of chocolate cake. Things like that release dopamine. Serotonin, do something that's going to make people proud of you. So that could be as simple as writing a poem. And then number 4, oxytocin, have good social connections with people. So first we learn what they are, then we learn how to release them. And then we can learn to release them without doing things. So you don't have to go to the gym to do it. You could be reading comedy, things that make you laugh, right? We always feel good when we're laughing. Well, not always. We generally feel good when we're laughing. And let's see, what else? What else? So Maticus, you're going to get your tire fixed. Good idea. Maria, oh, wow. Charlene, that's great. Right. Maria, I will call you probably around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. How was the Bible study last night, Maria? Is it Moria or Lesria? Maria or Lesria? And what not a bevy? Are you working today? What's your status? Maria, it was more ROA. Oh, Moria. Moria. It was successful. Good. Hamburgers were good. Studying and getting stuff done around the house. Okay. Good. And Matt's got to get his tire done. I'm going to Lost Wages, meeting with Dr. Linden and other people. Let's see. I just got a text. Monique, hi there. But I'm sorry, people. This just came in. Tuesday, December 3rd. Sunday, Tuesday, December 3rd. No. Sorry, people. Monday. Nope. This just came in. December 9th. 991. December 9th. Oh. Just an email saying an email bounced back. Okay, people. We're good. All's good. So, again, thank you all for being there today. Work rest week so far. Okay, good. Maria, I will call you after 8. I think I'll be leaving around 8 to get to Vegas. Oh, I'm going to put in the comments something I think everybody should read. It's important for this, what's going on now. If you don't know what's going on now, that's okay. If you do know what's going on now, then what I'm saying has meaning. If it doesn't have any meaning, then that's okay. All right, so boom. So I suggest you watch that, the thing I put in the notes. And I think you should save it to your phone, have it in your little bag of tricks for whenever you need it. Whenever you're questioning or other people are questioning you, this is a good thing to have. So we're going to sign out now because it's 15, almost 16 minutes. And thank you all for being there. Repetition, repetition, repetition. That is the key to